Hello friends, this is Pastor Tom and I'm just here to tell you about a very special event that we have coming up in the near future. Actually, Dr. Ron Long from Luther Rice University is going to be visiting with us in November. We're excited to have him. It'll be the 12th through the 14th. And as you know, Dr. Long is a Southerner. He's actually from the very deep South. And as a result of that, there are certain, forms of language that we're not quite accustomed to. Our goal over the course of the next few weeks is to introduce you to some of these statements that he'll be making. As I think about it, I also might want to warn you about sitting in the front row. Dr. Long has, as good Southern preachers do, he tends to have a lot of, let's just say spittle come out of his mouth while he's preaching. Needless to say, though, we have created a very important book for you. It's called Longisms. And this is going to be our tool that we use to help you come to understand the depth of what Dr. Long is saying. Now, just certain words that may be misunderstood. If you hear Dr. Long say winder, you have to understand everything in the South is kind of accentuated. Winder. It's a winder. Well, actually, it isn't a winder. It isn't some form of snake. It isn't something that's kind of laying around, a rope on the floor. It actually is a window. Window, yes. So you might hear Dr. Long talk about the winders in his house. Another statement that Dr. Long typically says to us is hot lena. Hot lena. I don't even know, it sounds almost Chinese to me. Hot lata. Actually, what Dr. Long is trying to say to you with his vocabulary, I don't want to say limited, is Atlanta. That is Atlanta. I think he's referring to the temperature there. Another statement that, a word that, this is actually an idiom that you may misunderstand, and truthfully, when I first heard it, it kind of threw me back too. It's called some more, something fine. Now, you got to listen to what I'm saying. Some more, something fine. Some more, something fine. This is a very important statement because actually, Dr. Long is not talking about somebody that just walked by. He's not talking about the food that he just ate. He's just actually saying, that's good. So if you hear that, it's just simply, that's good. Typically he says that at a restaurant. Last for this session, I would like to leave you with this word, cussing. Cussing. If you hear somebody talking about cussing, and they're cussing this, cussing that, they are not, and I want to stress this, they are not talking about a relative that was born to your aunt or your uncle. They're actually speaking about a form of language that is not acceptable in most churches today. Well, I hope this has been helpful to you. We'll be back next week with more Longisms.